Dibre haYamim bet. 2 Chronicles Chapter 36. And the people of the land took Jehoahaz, son of Yoshiahu, and set him up to reign in his father's place in Jerusalem. And Jehoahaz was 23 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 3 new moons in Jerusalem. And the sovereign of Mitzrayim turned him aside in Jerusalem, and imposed on the land a levy of 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold. And the sovereign of Mitzrayim made his brother Eliakim sovereign over Yehuda and Jerusalem, and changed his name to Jehoiakim. And Necho took Jehoahaz his brother, and brought him to Mitzrayim. Jehoiakim was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And he did evil in the eyes of Yah his Elohim. And Nebuchadnezzar, sovereign of Babel, came up against him, and bound him in bronze shackles to take him away to Babel. And Nebuchadnezzar brought some of the utensils from the house of Yah to Babel, and put them in his hekal at Babel. And the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim, his abominations which he did, and what was found against him, see, they are written in the book of the sovereigns of Israel and Yehuda. Then Jehoiakim his son reigned in his place. Jehoiakim was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned in Jerusalem 3 new moons and 10 days. And he did evil in the eyes of Yah. And at the turn of the year, sovereign Nebuchadnezzar sent and brought him to Babel with the valuable utensils from the house of Yah, and made Tzidkiyahu, Jehoiakim's brother, sovereign over Yehuda and Jerusalem. Tzidkiyahu was 21 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And he did evil in the eyes of Yah his Elohim. He did not humble himself before Yirmiyahu the prophet, who spoke from the mouth of Yah. And he also rebelled against sovereign Nebuchadnezzar, who had made him swear by Elohim, but he stiffened his neck and hardened his heart against turning to Yah, Elohim of Israel. Also, all the heads of the priests and the people trespassed more and more, according to all the abominations of the nations, and they defiled the house of Yah, which he had set apart in Jerusalem. And Yah, Elohim of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up early and sending them, for he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they were mocking the messengers of Elohim, and despising his words, and scoffing at his prophets, until the wrath of Yah arose against his people, until there was no healing. Therefore he brought against them the sovereign of the Casdim, and he killed their young men with the sword in the house of their set-apart place, and had no compassion on young man or maiden, on the aged or the weak. He gave all into his hand. And all the utensils from the house of Elohim, great and small, and the treasures of the house of Yah, and the treasures of the sovereign and of his leaders, all these he brought to Babel. And they burned the house of Elohim, and broke down the wall of Jerusalem, and burned all its places with fire, and destroyed all its valuable utensils. And those who escaped from the sword he exiled to Babel, where they became servants to him and his sons until the reign of Persia, in order to fill the word of Yah by the mouth of Yirmiyahu, until the land had enjoyed her Sabbaths. As long as she lay waste, she kept Sabbath, until 70 years were completed. And in the first year of Koresh, sovereign of Persia, in order to accomplish the word of Yah by the mouth of Yirmiyahu, Yah stirred up the spirit of Koresh, sovereign of Persia, so that he called out in all his reign, and also put it in writing, saying, Thus said Koresh, sovereign of Persia, Yah, Elohim of the heavens, has given me all the reins of the earth, and he has commanded me to build him a house in Jerusalem, which is in Yehuda. Whoever is among you, of all his people, Yah his Elohim be with him, and let him go up.